So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Hello Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. And this is Marmoush, and Marmoush! Oh, that's fabulous! He's got himself an absolute peach. And that is stunning, just too hot to handle.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
Vietnam are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Hakimi hurtling down that right flank. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Bellingham. Turns back here, probably the best option. Mendes gets a foot in here. Nuno Mendes. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Great defending, strong and determined. And it's Bellingham. Bellingham. Tries to play it through. He's found the way through. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Hakimi. Bellingham providing an outlet on that flank. Madrid are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. Now, can they get him away? No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Mendes gets into some space. That is a brilliant interception. Not the most accurate pass. Yamal wins the duel this time. Haaland looks to get on the end of this. Tuan. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Now, this could be a chance. And he's had it nicked away. Just eases him off the ball. Now it's Haaland. Oh, good spread. And he's managed to get free. Good ball, good take. And that has left him in a heap. Marmoush. Madrid leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Played back. Loose ball now. Oh, tries a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
De Bruyne really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Osimhen. Nicely spread. And they can counter here. Now there's a fine ball. Ball shoots! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
The canny finish! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
And it's Bellingham. Played out to the left flank. He's got away. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And he's managed to get rid. Nuno Mendes. Tchouaméni. That has ended up in no man's land. De Bruyne. Vietnam do have a chance to counter here. Now it's Haaland. Now it's Yamal. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Osimhen. Now that looks a decent ball. And that has found him in acres of space. Me. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. There's the whistle for half-time. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Madrid sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Here we go again then. And that's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. And it's Mendes. Nuno Mendes. Good, strong midfield running here. Hakimi did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Now it's Palmer. Palmer. Oh, well played, well played. Rice. And now the breakaway. And it's Mendes. Osimhen. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Marmoush. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Oh, that pass isn't the best. He's in a great position here. Played back in. Tchouaméni.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Now it's Haaland. Rice. Now it's Haaland. Now it's Rafael Leao. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. He has found the way through. Skip. Real chance! And it's there! And they are cruising away. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
A case now of complete control. Rice. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now it's Haaland. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Oh, that's well spotted. Oh, they can break here. Hakimi. Good running, strong and purposeful. He's found a way through. Marmoush! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Tchouaméni stood his ground strongly. He's on it, can he get away? Howson, that's a sharp pass. And it's Tchouaméni. Hoisted in, climbs up big! Palmer. For Rice. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Vietnam looking to pass their way through. Oh, he's taken it. Hakimi, who does have an assist to his name. Over to the other side. Well, that is one way to stop him. Palmer. Rafael Leao. No foul, says the referee. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Oh no, this does not look good. Hakimi. And it's Rice. Now it's Bellingham. Nuno Mendes. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bellingham. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. And here's Marmoush. And it's Mendes. Marmoush. Yamal. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Can he get it through? Now it's Haaland. Plays a sharp little ball here. Rafael Leao showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And he's cut it out. Yamal. It's run loose here. Picked out brilliantly.
Marmoush really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
So that's it. It is all over. Madrid looking by any yardstick formidable. Truly enjoyable to watch. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Soboslai has got himself a free kick. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, this looks sharp. And he's forced to go back. Oh, no, he's got that wrong. Now it's Osimhen. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. Mendes made a surge from full-back. As it turned out, unsuccessfully. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, when it comes to centre-backs, Peter, we can't really ignore the impressive Sven Botman, who is a bit on the tall side, being 6'5". But, you know, having come through total football, sometimes you think that this guy is not really a defender because his passing game is so good. He can spray the ball anywhere from a central defensive position, and I'm sure we're going to see lots of that with what's to come.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. And we have our very first corner. And now they can spring out of defence. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Hakimi. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now, can they get him away? Now, what about a counter-attack? Picked out brilliantly. Great chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Yamal, brilliantly cut out. Still goalless at the moment.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Hakimi. Looking for options for movement. That's really well manoeuvred. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Osimhen. Mendes gets across to intercept that. Vietnam look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Tuan. Now it's Haaland. Yamal is onto this. Yamal really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Yamal.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
And he's had it nicked away. Yamal. Tuan does well to get it back. Great vision. And it's Wirtz. Hakimi proves just a little bit too strong. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. No way through. And a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. The ball has bounced loose now. Szoboszlai purring through the gears. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Osimhen receives it in a good position here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Vinicius Junior. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Referee has just said play on. And we hit half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in the second half.
Up he goes! Really well taken goal. The second half sparked straight into life. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Vietnam have penetrated for the first time.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Aimed beyond the defence. Vinicius Junior. He's away. Shapes to shoot! Oh, taken with style! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is...
And the shot! And yes, it's there! Right back in the game! He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Oh, that's well spotted. Osimhen under intense pressure.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
And here's Osimhen. Mendes did well to stay calm there. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Yamal. Palmer. Nuno Mendes. It's Vinicius Junior. Oh, that's fabulous. And he's being shifted off it. Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Osimhen. Yamal. Vinicius Junior. Madrid needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
And it's Wirtz. Could move up a gear here. Vinicius Junior. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Can he get it through? Oh, well played, well sorted out. Into the last quarter of an hour.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
No, that's been intercepted. Rice. Wits. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Yamal has created one goal already. Gabriel cuts it out. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
He's in a great position here. Soboslai. Soboslai has been caught there, it's a foul. Well, you might think he got off lightly, it is just a verbal warning.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
Gravenberg is eyeing up his options in the middle.
45.
So who's he going to be aiming for here?
El dorsal 41. El dorsal 25. El dorsal 18. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 16. El dorsal 20. El dorsal 10. El dorsal 7. El dorsal 19.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Se va a realizar un cambio de
Van
jugadores.
Dijk. Valverde. Just 5 minutes left.
Vietnam really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Tuan. Turan.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
This looks promising. He's shifting. Chance for a shot! No mistake! They have stolen level at the last! Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Haaland really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Well, those players out there must be exhausted now, Peter, but at least they have momentum, which augurs well if this goes to extra time.
Now this shot at goal! Yes, he's done it! And that may just do it!
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly.
And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Madrid have won it by sheer force of character, as winning teams do. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And already we're underway here. It's a pretty loose pass. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
I would have to say the Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen. I think he's someone who can be a target man and a poacher all in one, Peter. I think he's very good with his back to goal. He has a lovely first touch, and at the same time he's got the pace to run behind defensive lines, and it's very difficult to see any weaknesses in his game. The complete package.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. He has found the way through. Takes a shot! Goal! There is the breakthrough. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again...
Haaland! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
That's a decent clearance. Marmoush. And now they can spring out of defence. Gabriel calmly anticipates. Madrid are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. He has a look up. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Szoboszlai having a look.
Oh, well done for him to take the shot on. He did at least hit the target.
Marmoush. And it's Tuan. Vinicius Junior. Looking for the run. Played out wide. Back into the middle. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Osimhen. And it's Rice.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Haaland. Vinicius Junior. Decent chance! It's there! They are right back in business.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Rice. That's an excellent interception. Szoboszlai, and it's Szoboszlai.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Bellingham. Tuan. Tuan. Well timed, excellent interception. Bellingham. Tuan. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Vinicius Junior. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Tuan. Now it's Osimhen. 5 minutes till the break. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Tries to play it through. And the finish! It's in! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
He is through here. Hakimi. Drives it in. Oh, important interception. And we hit half-time. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. So, there was the first half.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
He intercepts the throw, that's well read. Tuan. And Hakimi. Now it's Bellingham. And this is Marmoush. Szoboszlai does really well to win the ball there. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Now that looks a decent ball. Pass is just off target. So what can they make of this? That is ended up in no man's land. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And it's Hakimi. And here's Osimhen. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
That's good vision. Chance! He tried to chip, but it wasn't his best.
There's no doubt he made the right decision, but without the right result.
Knocks it into space. Thinks about the shot.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Vinicius Junior unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Gets a good foot in there.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 5. El dorsal 45.
Madrid do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change in a tight game like this, Peter, it's all about getting the timing right.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent, it's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's got away. Now it's Haaland. Mendes defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, nice touch. Valverde stood his ground strongly.
Vietnam clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Good running, strong and purposeful. Showing good feet. This looks promising. Rice with a definite foul there.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
Time for a change in personnel. He's hit it long, but astray.
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 7, el dorsal 19.
A probing pass, and he welcomes it in. Lovely bit of skill. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
He's gone for goal! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Haaland clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
That'll be a throw. Now it's Kimmich. Tries the cut back.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Oh, nicely intercepted. Pedri. Oh, this looks sharp. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes. He's tried one! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty box.
Madrid with a corner and hardly any time left on the clock.
Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that is...